probably about 11, 13 months ago. I was very unconfident with myself. This is real stuff. Very unconfident in myself. You know, I didn't want to show myself on social media. I didn't want to show anybody that I was day trading, you know, trying to elevate my life. And so I quit social media, which is very huge, about for 6 to 7 months. First step, if you guys are trying to reach your higher power self, is cut social media out of your daily habits. But what do I mean by this? So I would delete. It's going to be hard. It was hard for me. First, I started deleting Snapchat, and then I deleted TikTok and then Instagram. You know, it took me about a month to delete them. Delete those three things. It's going to be hard at first. It took me for about a month to delete those things. You know, then I stuck to YouTube videos, just making my attention span towards positive things, learning a new skill, and developing the best mindset you could have. So I did that for a period of 7 months. I dedicated, you know, whatever 7 months of no social media to only watching informational YouTube videos instead of doom scrolling, you know, quitting that habit, which was a very hard habit for me. If you know me before, I was on TikTok a lot of times. Every time I was go to my friend's house, I'd just start scrolling at the most stupidest times. And I was highly addicted of doom scrolling, just consuming content in general. So I just made that change. It's very hard, obviously, but like I said in previous videos, you start by little, like me, you know, because I wasn't fully dedicated of deleting social media. It took me about a month. I just keep repeating myself. Cut out social media. You can start off slow. You don't have to go have a huge jump by deleting all three. You can slowly do it. Once you do that, you're not consuming content in a bad way, because a lot of information on YouTube is negativity, you know, shit talking about is this good or this good, and you don't have any other opinions on your beliefs. And also, when I got into doom scrolling, I was able to get out of that, and then I went onto YouTube. You know, I started doom scrolling on there. YouTube's super boring for doom scrolling, so it completely eliminates the factor that you started getting addicted to it, because it's so boring on there. And then you'll just come to the belief, or not the belief, but you'll just come across the that it's so boring, because YouTube shorts are super boring. But yeah, I cut out that, and then I started posting on YouTube, because I didn't want to post on TikTok yet, because I was scared of other people's opinions. And then I came to the conclusion that I have to, in order to be different from the other influencers, because a lot of influencers out there just start posting when they start making profits and when they start making a huge amounts of money. They don't post the part where they're in their main part of their journey, the hardest part of their journey, where it's, you know, figuring out if this works or not, believing in themselves, and knowing that if this is going to work out or not. So, boom, I started posting on YouTube. I wasn't very consistent. I started posting when I moved out of my hometown. As you guys see, it was like 8 months ago or something like that. You guys can see, go to my first YouTube video. And I slowly started, and I had to make the conclusion that I had to post on TikTok. I started posting a month from there. It was weird, because I started a month, the first month, I think it was the second of the month, I started posting on TikTok for a straight month about, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I believe this and that. And so, one of the things I thought was, shoot, you know, deep down inside me, I know I had to start posting on Instagram if I really want to get out there and really change people's mindsets and preach what I'm preaching. And so, I made that commitment about a month later, exactly a month later, which was weird. And I just started posting on Instagram, because I was scared of other people's opinion, if I'm being honest. And so I made that change, because I know what I want to achieve in this life, what I'm going to achieve, that's what I'm meant for. So I made that jump. And obviously some parts of me is scared to, you know, post myself and try to make a difference to the world. And I've been getting a lot better at that. I started posting on Instagram actually a week ago. Yeah, I just started posting on Instagram about I'm doing this, I believe in this, and I want to help these people. I want to help you guys, you know, achieve a better results. But the moral of the story is, don't listen to the critics. Because as you guys, you know, make that commitment that you don't care about people's opinions, your mindsets really start to change, and facing your fears is huge into making yourself a better person. From my experience, because I was scared of people's opinions on posting on Instagram, because that's where like all my friends are, all the people from my hometown are, you know, and I was scared of that. And I finally came across that, and I defeated it, and now I'm a much better, positive person. I believe that I am meant for this life, and I'm meant for doing the things that I say I do, because I believe that I'm going to achieve all the things I want, yada yada yada, all the materialistic things. But most importantly, I want to change your guys' mindsets. And I was scared to preach that on Instagram, because that's where like all my hometown people are. I'm sure you guys are in a similar, Wave as me, or on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. But basically, I got past that limiting belief and that self insecurity of mine. And it really helped me elevate my life. Short in that, you guys have to face your fears, even though it sucks. It sucks in the beginning, but once you get past that, you're going to realize it was a breeze. Most importantly, I gave my life to Jesus Christ about 11 months ago, 10 months ago, and my life has completely changed for the greater. One, I don't care. I mean, obviously I do care about others' opinions, but I say 80% of the time, now 85% of the time, I don't care. Believe what I meant. You guys have to believe that you're meant for that. You guys have to believe that you're meant for this life. And if you're coming across this video, I'm sure you guys have similar goals as mine. And if you guys have that goal in mind, you guys are chosen. Why would God put that image in your head for a reason? You know, I was coming across these videos and I was, still procrastinating, still deciding whether is this going to work out or not, until I made that change. And obviously it's a lot harder said than done. That's why you guys can ease into it. You don't have to go straight off the bat. But yeah, I gave my life to Jesus. I started praying to him 5 to 6 times a day. And I started reading the Bible. I just finished the Bible about 2 weeks ago. And I just got this other book called Jesus Calling. It basically breaks down the Bible into simpler terms so you can easily interpret it. Because unfortunately the camera just died, so we had to switch to the iPhone. This book is basically just breaking off the simpler terms about the Bible, and it's really helped me. It's really helped me change my mindset. Just a book I would highly recommend you guys if you guys are understanding the Bible. But yeah, I finished the Bible. It took me 10 months. And what really separated me from my old self into myself right now is being alone and cutting out all bad habits that that's bad for you. Obviously it's hard. You guys can start off easy, just what I said, because a lot of gurus prioritize it as you have to go straight off the bat to doing this 10 hours of work, quit all your bad habits. Obviously it's a lot harder said than done, so ease into it very slowly. Let me show you guys the thing I wrote down. Oh yeah, when you guys come across failure, you guys have to perceive it as a lesson, because if you come across it as a failure, it's not, your guys going to take it as a failure and doubt yourself, and negativity is going to come from that, and you guys are going to want to quit. So take it as a lesson so you guys can build from it, because everything you come to in life is a lesson. Is basically you come across it, you learn from it, so you don't experience it in the future. And that's a lesson. That's how you learn. Every successful person goes through this. So to me, as I interpret it, if I come across failure in some type of way, I take it as a sign of success, because how else are you supposed to learn without failing? It just doesn't make sense. It helped me believe that all my goals are achievable and that it's meant for me. You guys have to believe that it's meant for you. It helped me elevate in my relationship with God is giving him all my worries, because he will, if you guys ask God and you guys speak in abundance to God, acting like it already happened and it's already yours, not just materialistic things that you're dealing with your life, and that you think that's weakening you. Like for instance, one of my weaknesses was speaking and explaining things very simply, and believing in myself. That was one of my worries, and I gave that to God, and now I truly believe in myself. I truly think I think and speak brilliantly, very smartly. And that was one of my issues, and I gave that to God. If you guys are struggling in any way, give it to God and trust in God and be consistent with God. Talk to God as he is your friend. That's how you really grow a relationship with him. Another thing that I struggle with, being prideful. I would see other people my age doing the same thing I'm doing, and I would be like, no, I'm not going to listen. And then while I listen, and I'm trying to do my own thing. That's being prideful. That's tying ego into it. You can't be ego. You can't have an ego. You have to be always open-minded to learn new things. I always watch these people that are my age, because obviously I inspire to be them, and some people can't admit that. And so you're always going to learn something new, no matter what their knowledge is or whatever they are in life. We're all the same people, and if you don't accept that, you're being prideful, and that's a sin in the Bible. So that's one thing I overcame, is being prideful, not listening to other people because I think that I'm better than them in some type of way. But in reality, we are all the same. We can achieve whatever we want in life. All of us. If you're in a time where you're worried and you're stressful about this thing coming up, give it to God. And as you continue to do that, be consistent with it, the fear of that starts losing grip of you, because you're giving your weaknesses to God, to Jesus. This goes into a deeper talk about the issues. I would pray to God saying, you know, God, I'm struggling with this and that, you know, God, I am in this position. And if you start thanking God that it's been cured already, speaking in abundance to God, acting like he already cured it for you, then it's going to be yours. It's going to be accomplished. Stop praying to God, stating your issues, speak in abundance, thanking him that it's already been resolved. Doing this will keep you in a positive mindset as well. If you guys start, you know, saying your negative things to God, saying fix this, fix that, start saying that it's already been solved, that's already been resolved. And with that, doing that as well is it's going to keep you in a positive mindset, because God has already resolved it. God has already fixed the issue. So in the result of that, you're going to be in a positive state of mind. Giving your worries to God, because he will fix that for you, because he loves you, because you're a son of his. Why would he not? He created you. He created the universe. Why would you not give your worries to him? You guys' brain is so powerful. Like, you guys do not understand. For instance, I explained this in the last video. If you guys think about a scenario that's coming up, like you have anxiety, you know, this is going to happen, is this going to happen? That's literally your brain just lying to you, straight up lying to you. And then once that moment comes, you realize it was just all a fluke. Nothing happened. It was nothing. And your brain just straight up lied to you. So obviously, there's always good and evil in this world. So obviously that's an evil thing that your brain does. So you can honestly counteract that and put it into a positive way. You can think of things that's never happened to your life. You can imagine things that's never happened to your life, and it will just come into your reality, because why would it not? Because your brain tricked you. First of all, your brain tricked you into thinking this situation is going to occur, or this phenomenon that you've been going on about. And then when that moment comes, it doesn't happen. So flip it and think in positive ways. Think of it as, you know, stuff that's not happened, and it will happen to you. If you personally believe that you have to go to college and you have to get a job in order to be successful or just financially stable in this life, you know, obviously, yes, obviously that's a thing. But if you want to not live inside the box and escape this life, not, you know, listening to so much mosquitoes. And if you guys truly believe that you have to go to college and, you know, get a job and to be successful and to reach your goals, that's a limiting belief. Because let's say if I never went to college, or I never went to school, and when I was brought up, I thought, you know, okay, I saw this day trading thing when I was little. If I just continue to do this every single day, why would it not happen? It's the same thing as when we grow up to go to school. When we grow up to go to school, obviously the priority is get a degree, get a job, and work for somebody the rest of your life. That's what 99% of the population is doing. That's their mindset. But if I grew up in a state of, you know, there is no school, and there was just the niche you want to do, drop shipping, reselling, day trading, and if you grew up with that, then you would achieve it. It's the same. I may be explaining it kind of shitty, but I hope you guys just get the gist what I'm saying. Negatively, like, oh, I can't do this, or that's impossible. Like, nothing's impossible. You guys have to come across that to your mind, that literally anything is achievable if you guys really put your mind to it. Like, anything. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, if you fully believe something, why would it not happen? Just because the critics and the rest of the social media and the rest of this, if you truly believe and you isolate yourself from that and you just work on that day in, day out, why would it not happen? Why would it not happen? If you continue to put in the reps, if you continue to put into consistency, why would it not happen? Also, while giving your life to Christ. If you put him first in everything that you do, he will give you whatever you ask for, whatever, if it's following his journey. As you're in this journey, be very grateful, because you're going to look back on these times and you're going to be like, holy shit, I actually, you know, some part of you is going to be like, holy shit, I miss working this, you know, I miss this journey, I miss learning, I miss doing all this. Until you guys have everything, you guys are going to miss that. But be thankful that you're in this journey and that you're coming across these failures, because God is putting these failures in your life so you can learn and grow from it. I really just learned about manifestation, law of attraction, all that stuff about, 12 months ago, and I've been amplifying it in my life and my mindset, or not my life. Well, yeah, my life and my mindset has completely changed for the greater. All these things that I listed is that I learned myself from just isolating myself and just not listening to the critics and not listening to people's other opinions and taking risks. as in posting content about my life and what I want to achieve, and not listening to people about their other opinions. And I hope I helped you guys out with this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.